Well, thank you so much for taking the time. It's a pleasure to get to talk to you. Um, I see that you're from Lagos, Nigeria. What was it like growing up in Lagos?
Yeah, it's very hard in Lagos. I live one I live in one of the most notorious area in Lagos, which is Bariga. Bariga is really a lot of people killing, stealing, robbery, that kind of stuff. It's really hard out there.
In
It's
order
really hard.
to kind of get through that, what type of things did you have to do, and what when did you how did boxing come into it?
Actually, my coach, we live in same house. We live in same house. So I do see him train people sometimes at home. That time I was young, 8 years old. But I was very stubborn when I was young. I was a very stubborn boy. So my parents didn't want me to join boxing class that time. So I do see my coach training people at his front of his room, training people. I have interest in this because I love wrestling. I do watch wrestling a lot. I like wrestling. I like combat sport. But my parents don't want me to join it because they believe if I join that, I might use that against maybe to join the cultism stuff or for robbery, because depend on the area we are. So they don't want me to join it. They don't want me to do boxing. But I plead them, I beg them, I promise them I won't be a bad boy, this and that. Then they give me a try. They will start from there.
When
Believe in they believe in people in Bariga, in Lagos, that if you do boxing, you're gonna become a tout or you become a robbery because they know it's self-defense. You can use that to hijack something from someone, or the Bariga is a very rough area. So the people don't want their children to participate in boxing. They don't want it. They don't
how
want it.
old were you when you started boxing?
I was 8 years old.
18
8
years
years old.
old.
8 years
So
old. 8 years old.
your trainer actually took you into the house and was living with them.
Yeah, we live in the same house. We live in same it's different. Like we live in same house but different room. We live
Hmm.
in different room. We also live in different room because I do see him training people. So I already have passion for combat sport game already, but I see that as my opportunity, you know, to go into the sport. That's it. So I played my coach, told me to talk to my parents that I wanna join this boxing class, this and that. Then he did. Then they gave me a try. They told me to make a promise that I won't become a house or this and that. Then I did.
So you're 20 years old today. You've been boxing since you're 18. So you've really only been boxing for 2 years.
8 years old. 8 years old. I started when
Yeah.
I was 8 years old. Eight, not
Eight,
18.
eight. Got you. 8 years old. Okay, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
um, so how did you go from Nigeria? Now I'm assuming you're training in England at this point.
Yeah, London.
Yeah.
London.
How did you make that transition from Nigeria to London?
Yeah, it's a very long journey, hard work, dedication. I'm a two-time national champion in Nigeria. I'm a
Hmm.
junior champion, senior champion also. I've been training hard. I met someone on Instagram. Then he liked my talents, said he want to invest in me, then give him a try.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So as far as like kind of social media, bringing this
Yeah.
to you, did that person find you and that's how you connected, or did you find them?
Actually, from someone he knows to me. That's
Hmm.
it. Yeah. From
It
someone
seems
to me. Yeah.
it seems like boxing's pretty popular in Nigeria. I've seen a lot of Nigerian boxers and I've seen a lot of amateurs fighting through there. Is it fairly popular?
Yeah, boxing especially in Lagos. In
Hmm.
Lagos,
Hmm.
boxing is very big sport in Lagos. People want to do boxing. Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you're going through the ranks and you're kind of coming up, were there any particular boxers that you looked up to that were inspiring you to box?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. Which boxers inspired you the most, would you say?
Spence. Spence, yeah. I really like him.
Hmm.
But we use different styles. That's just it. I like respect a lot, you know. But we use different styles. But I learn some. It doesn't matter if you use different styles. You can still learn from each other, you know.
Hmm. How would you
Yeah.
describe your boxing style?
Mm, good, good. You know, it's good. Good because it's something I've been doing for a long while, for a long
Hmm.
time. So I have confidence in myself. Good, you know. I believe I can do it. I believe, you know, that just it. I have
When
the confidence in myself.
would you describe yourself more as like a pure boxer, or are you someone that likes to brawl more? How would you describe your style?
Pure because
Say that again. I just lost your audio for a second.
I said I'm a pure boxer because I told you took that as my profession. That's what I do for a
Hmm.
living, you know. I box for a
Hmm.
living. I don't have any work except boxing. So that's it. I train every day, dedication. Every day, twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. So that's my work. I don't have any work except for boxing. So
So
that's it.
when you were along this journey from 8 until now, when did you realize that someday I'm going to be a professional boxer? How old were you? Would you say when you realized that?
It's because Nigeria, they didn't participate in international games that much, you know. So I don't want
Hmm.
to waste my time in amateur for nothing. You know, Nigeria, there was a time I should represent them for junior this thing, but I didn't have my passport at time, lack of because there's no money for the passport stuff. I was not able to go for them. And there's some other international sport they should go for, but they won't. I don't know. They'll say the government doesn't drop money, they don't do this, they don't do that. So I can't keep waiting for that stuff, wasting my time. And there are a lot Nigeria, they do politics in boxing, crazy people, you know.
Hmm.
I can't keep waiting for that. You can beat someone now, and the person you beat, they're still gonna use the person. You know, it's really crazy. So I can't keep waiting for the amateur tournaments that they won't go. So I just decided to go pro because I know there's a lot of things in pro than amateur. You know,
Hmm. When
there are a lot of
when you're here in London, I know that you had your trainer in Nigeria. Is that same trainer training you, or did you have to switch trainers coming to London?
yeah. I switched trainer when I come to London. I switched trainer. Yeah,
So who's training you now?
Freddie. His name is Freddie.
Hmm. And how do you
Yeah.
like how is changing trainers? How has it been different? Is it better, worse? How what have you gotten from changing trainers?
Oh, not bad. You know,
Hmm.
Nigeria with lack of equipment. You know, lack of equipment, facility, lack of good food. You know, once is when I move out here, I don't say Nigeria is also good because it's really good. Yeah, also it's good. It's good food, good equipment. You know,
Hmm.
you don't just change it about it. To the trainer, there's nothing changed to me because I like the trainer in Nigeria. I like the one here in London also. They're doing a really great job for me. So
How has life been different living in London versus Lagos?
to me, Lagos is really crazy city. You know,
Hmm.
especially where I live. Where I live is really notorious area. To survive in Lagos, especially in Bariga, is really tough, you know. For me to survive in Bariga, I think there's no way around the world I can survive. That's it.
Hmm.
The only thing here I see is just the weather. The weather is really crazy here in the UK. The weather, you know,
Is it a lot colder?
it's cold. It might be cold now. In the next minutes, be raining. The next minute, be hot. That's it's just too cold, you know. The weather. That's yeah.
It's pretty much the same here in the United States as well, where I live. So I get it. I see that you're fighting on June 4th at the Mecca Arena. All of your fights have up to this point have been in Nigeria. What are you expecting to be different fighting in front of a British audience?
Yeah, I want to show them what's in me. You know, I want to show them what is in me.
Hmm.
For me to come from Nigeria to the United States, it's not an easy task, it's not easy.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I want to let them know back there in Africa, there are a lot of good boxers that need support. I know if they see me box on that day, they're gonna like it, like me, and they're gonna have some other South Africans. Because of
As far
champion in Nigeria, they don't have sponsor, no one to help them.
as far as the future for you, are you looking at this move to London as something permanent, or are you going to go back to Nigeria, or how do you see your living situation from here on out?
It depends on my manager because the visa stuff is quite somehow. I don't know. Even my
Hmm.
manager, my manager, yeah, because I think
Hmm.
they want to switch my visa. Maybe I'll go back to Nigeria after my fight. I don't know because of my visa stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just 6 month visa, so I can't stay here forever.
Hmm.
Maybe yeah, after I go back to Nigeria, then switch the visa stuff, then come back. Yeah, that maybe. Yeah.
What as far as getting to that point where you reach the higher rankings, every fighter's goal is to one day become a champion. What makes you so motivated, and what makes you believe that you have the talent to get to that point?
Yeah, it's because of my hustle, the struggle I've been to. So I believe it myself.
Hmm.
The struggle I've been to, the hustle I work, so I believe in that. Work hard is gonna pay. So I believe
Hmm.
I'm working now. So I expect it to pay for me one day. That's just it.
Did you have to basically, as far as like this idea of, I know for a lot of young fighters, they have to decide, okay, I'm stopping school, I'm going to start fighting. At how old did you stop school, or did you when did you make that kind of switch?
Actually, I started school when I was 2017 to face my boxing career fully
Hmm.
because my parents they are not that rich. They are not poor. They're not rich. They don't have that
Hmm.
much money to sponsor me to the university. So I don't just want to waste my time, sit down for nothing, or to join the bad guys because I know the type of area I live.
Hmm.
So I just face my career. So that's it.
Is kind of to give people maybe that are trying to imagine what it might be like in Lagos. What would an average day be like in Bayaga for you? What type of stuff did you see day in, day out? What type of things were going on? Um, kind of paint a picture for me what it would have been like.
The notorious area, Barriga, there are good people there also. There
Hmm.
can never be bad people 100%. There are good people also there, but most people there are
Hmm.
robbery stuff, cultism, that kind of stuff, drug people, they do rubbish out there. Out of there, we have champion. My gym, I train on the street. I train on the street of Barriga. I train on the street. I don't have opportunity for gym like here in London.
Hmm.
No good equipment like here in London. But I still manage myself to become a champion there in Nigeria. Without equipment, we still train. We have junior Olympian in our gym. We have African champion in our gym. We have a lot of champion in our gym also that we didn't have equipment, but we train with the way we can, and we believe in ourselves that we're gonna make it. You know,
When you say you're lacking in equipment, the typical things you might find in a boxing gym in London, a heavy bag, speed bag, some focus mitts. What type of stuff were you making do with when you were in Nigeria?
yeah, you have bag, punching bag,
Hmm.
then gloves. That's it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How hard does that make training?
Not really bad. It depends on my coach is a very good coach in Nigeria because he helps us with a lot of program, even though we don't have equipment for the program, like machines to work with the program, but he still managed himself to give us what we need.
Hmm. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Uh, it's a pretty incredible story, and I hope everything works out for you and you're successful. And hey, who knows? Maybe London becomes more of a long term home for you. So I'll be looking forward to see how you go on June 4th, my man.